The 1st of September, is it wrap-up time again? So August was a very good reading month for me, but not such a good video month. Apart from book reviews, I only uploaded 2 book hauls. I know, 2 book hauls. A very, very small one and the huge one from London. So I probably won't have another haul for a very long time because I have too many books now. So let's get into the books I read. First, I'll show you all the books I have full reviews up of, so you can click on the book for the full detailed opinion that I had when I finished the book. So the first book I finished in August was Gould's Book of Fish by Richard Flanagan, and I wasn't really convinced by the book. It was written rather complicated and I didn't really get into the characters, and it was rather confusing, and the things that were going on were weird, at times a little bit too weird. With Guards Guards by Terry Pratchett, I had a much better time. I love Pratchett, we all know that, and Guards Guards is the first book where the Watch appears with Sam Vimes and all those characters, and it's just hilarious. Then I jumped into a classic, Our Man in Havana by Graham Greene. This is the first Graham Greene novel I read, and I really liked his writing and the story. It's sort of a spy novel, but the spy is not really a spy, and I really like the satire and humor in this novel. Then I changed to Steampunk, Something Strange and Deadly by Susan Dennard. It's a steampunk zombie novel set in America, Philadelphia if I'm not wrong, and I really didn't like it completely. The novel had some flaws, mainly its predictability, and I really didn't like the main character. She had some issues that I couldn't handle. And then I jumped into a fluffy teenage novel, The Rockstar's Daughter by Caitlin Duffy, and it was a fun read. It was really enjoyable. And for my last review this month, I chose A House of Leaves, which is a big novel. It took me quite a while to read, but it's just amazing. It's an awesome read. It's scary. It's well written. You can look at the review, and I also uploaded a video of just how the book looks, because the font and the writing and the how to read it is rather, yeah, let's say special. So those were all the books I reviewed. I also read the last 2.5 chapters of A History of the World in 10.5 chapters by Julian Barnes. I started this years ago and I just couldn't get into it, so I stopped. And yeah, I decided to finish some of my postcard books, and this was one of them. And I still don't like it. It's short stories that are vaguely connected, and each of the stories, I really don't get them. They're not interesting to me, they're not gripping, I don't always like the characters. The writing is good, but it just wasn't enough to keep me reading. So I finished it now, I'm happy about that, but it's definitely not a book I liked. I also read Life Before Legend by Mary Lou. It's a novella to the Legend series, and it was really interesting because we get a day in the life of Day and of June before all this stuff. Basically when they're like 12, 13, 14, something there. And it was a nice read. Also, I read the next novella in the Bain Chronicles, The Rise of the Hotel du Mans. And we're in New York now, it's 1929. So, of course, Magnus Bain has the speakeasy and is partying a lot. And also there are some other issues that he has to deal with. It was an interesting, fun read. But I have the feeling that the first one was the best. And I'm almost done with the last book by J.D. Salinger, Raise High the Roof Beam Carpenters, and An Introduction to Seymour, which is 2 short stories. The first short story I really liked. It's Buddy Glass telling about the wedding of his brother Seymour. Well, basically the wedding where his brother didn't show. But I really liked the story, I liked the writing, I do like the Glass family and all the things. So with the second story, The Introduction to Seymour, I was basically looking forward to this. But this is Buddy talking about Seymour's writing and talking about writing in general, and I just had the feeling it's mainly a pretentious rant about writing and things, and I don't really like it that much. But I only have 50 more pages. Look at that, I had a really good reading month. Tomorrow I have to go back to work, but I don't really know when and how I'm working the next 2 weeks. So I don't really know about making videos and how much time I have to read. I'll try to film some tag videos and reviews, but I cannot promise anything. Hopefully by October I have a better and clearer idea how I'm working now. So how was your August? Did you have a good reading month? Did you have a bad reading month? Let me know in comments, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye.